If you went to CES this year or heard about CES this year, you know that it wasn't Samsung or anybody else who was the most exciting piece of hardware to be shown off there. It was a gaming headset from a company called Oculus Rift, and we're going to show it to you right now. Come on out, Brendan. Hey, sir. How are you? Brendan, why don't you quickly introduce yourself, and then we'll play.
Sure. Brendan Iribe, and I'm the CEO of Oculus VR.
And that is this.
We are making the headset, and this is a VR gaming headset that really, hopefully, fundamentally changes the way people play video games.
It's a virtual reality headset.
Virtual reality.
And I have not put it on my head yet, and I'm going to do that now.
You never have.
Do I sit down first?
Yeah.
You know, strap me in?
Take a seat.
Kind of Clockwork Orangey.
So I'm going to hand it to you, and you'll just hold it up to your eyes, kind of like this, and just hold still and hold around the edges. You can kind of move it up and down a little bit like binoculars to get clear. Is it pretty clear?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, hold on 1 second here. Let me get it a little bit wider.
Can you guys see what I'm seeing? Is that on there yet?
So now take a look. Look to your left. You can let go of your hands, and you should be in the video game. Look to your right. You can look all the way behind you. You can go full 360.
You have disappeared? Oh, wow.
I am no longer here.
That's great. And am I going to get motion sick?
You shouldn't. You know, that's one of the challenges that we have to solve, and so far it's getting better all the time. If you want to hold the controller here, yeah, you're blind.
I literally can't see a thing. It's awesome.
So now, use the left analog stick to move around. Go forward. Why don't you walk up to those guys? So you can go up to those three guys.
Can I punch them?
You can, go in the middle of them. So scoot over a little bit. Walk right up to that guy. You can see that guy.
Hey, what's up?
He looks a little bad. He's trying to talk to you. Can't quite catch eyes of you.
Scared of him.
So this is the first time that people are able to actually be fully immersed in the video game with 360-degree, looking around, head tracking. It's real-time head tracking, so what you see should move just as fast as you're able to move your head. What do you think?
So I'm a little queasy, but it's awesome. I would want to not be drunk or high if I was doing this.
You definitely don't want to be drinking too much.
No.
Hangovers and VR probably aren't going to go together for a while. Wow.
So now there are other headsets like this, right? And your argument is yours is the best. It has the least lag. That's the.
There's nothing really designed for video games. So
Really?
There's no VR headset out there for gaming today.
And Google does not have one of these. Wow.
No, nobody has one yet. We're pretty confident people will show up.
Wow.
But how's the stereo 3D feel?
Is that the part where I'm feeling motion sick? It's really amazing. Did we figure out if you're gonna be able to show this to people in the audience?
We see it.
No. Afterwards, you really should check it out. It's quite amazing. So this is a prototype on my head.
Yep, this is a prototype. You ready to hop out?
Yeah. And I need a break. Thank you.
We can pull it off. It's just like ski goggles.
Am I expected to play a game that way the entire day or hour, or what's the it's amazing. What's the recommendation for that?
So this is going to start out as smaller experiences, smaller dosage experiences.
Right, because I don't know if I could take a lot of that.
Well, and for one thing, it'll get a lot better.
Yeah.
It'll get faster. You'll actually have positional tracking. Right now, what you felt was just orientation. You were only looking around.
Yeah.
If you move this way and that way, it's not tracking yet. That will come, and that will help the overall feeling.
Yeah, because I literally do sort of feel dizzy. It's crazy. But I mean, do you imagine that at some point you're going to refine it enough that people could play all day like this? I mean,
we expect it to start out as 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, getting up to a few hours, probably 1 to 2 hours, and then we'll see when at some point it gets to getting lost in the holodeck.
So that is the idea, right? This is the holodeck-like experience. You're going to do it with goggles first.
Yep. And first step is to remove the screen out of the equation. So what you just felt, you no longer saw a computer screen.
Right.
You're now in it. The second step is to start to get your hands in the game. So when you actually see your hands, you'll get your real position. You'll look down, see your body. You'll have weapons that are connected to your hands that move in sync with your hands. And you should be the character.
So this is a prototype.
Yep.
You guys are making them now, though, right? You're actually manufacturing these things?
We are. So we launched on Kickstarter, and it was one of those pretty exciting Kickstarter sensations. In 30 days, we sold 7,500 pre-order developer kits, only developer kits starting day one.
So these are for people who make video games. I could buy one, but it wouldn't be of any use to me.
Exactly. There's no content yet.
Right.
So first you get it out there for game developers. They go, they make games, they create different kinds of experiences, whether they're a shooting game. Shooting games can be a little intense. They could be a little My Pet game where you have a virtual pet.
Right.
And once there's enough content and we get all the technical things ironed out, technical challenges, and you're able to last for a few hours in there, then we'll go to the consumer market.
And going to the consumer market means what? So you guys will, theoretically, if you don't get bought, go sell glasses to me, and then do I marry that with an Xbox? Or how would this, if things progress the way they're going now, what does that look like?
Well, so day one right now, it's for the PC. We're also going to be compatible with Android, so you can connect it to different mobile devices. Mobile devices aren't going to have the computing power that a PC has,
right.
And you do want high-end computing power. A lot of people ask, well, why is Oculus able to do this now, and why was nobody able to do this in the past? And people have imagined VR for the last 50 years, and it never worked. It was really that hardware is finally ready. So PC hardware, NVIDIA and different companies making these fancy GPUs and CPUs finally have enough computing power in the box that you can drive this really stereo 3D experience at a fast enough frame rate to have VR.
So again, within a year, at the end of this year, the notion is there'll be software and I'll load it onto a PC, grab a
PC
joystick.
PC first. We'd love to work with consoles.
And buy the goggles separately?
Yep.
And what do you imagine that would sell for?
Well, we want it as cheap as possible. So the cheaper it is, the more people are going to buy them and enjoy the experience. The developer kits are at $300 today. We hope to keep a similar price point for the consumer unit. Again, we hope it as cheap as possible, so it'd be nice to even be less.
And do you think we're talking in a year and a half, or do you think you sold to some hardware company or some gaming company?
Well, we're really in this to try to make the best experience. And today we feel like making the best experience is us going at it on our own right now, because we're able to put in all the components that we want. We don't have to necessarily answer to big bosses and try to convince them why we need to use this screen versus that screen. We decide ourselves. But
you sold your last company to Sony, right?
We did.
So you've gone through this process?
Just recently.
Okay, and that worked out well?
It worked out very well for everybody.
Well, this is very cool. You will be able to see this in the foyer. Am I pronouncing foyer correctly? Foyer? Sure. The hallway after the show. So find Brendan. Sit down. Don't be drunk. Check it out. Brendan.
Try it before you drink.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Peter.